on? Can you all hear me? Can someone? Yeah, okay. Adam's nodding. I have the cameraman again today. So I decided, when can you wear a skein crown if not today? So that's what I'm doing. If you go on the hashtag skein crown, you can see loads of examples on how to do it. That's just by the by. So, ta-da! This is the store for today. And I'll talk a little bit about the silk in a second and all these wonderful things. And I think we're going to start with the sock yarn today. So, and again, just type comments. Adam can read them out to me if you've got questions or you want to go slower or, you know, anything. So, I think we'll start with this one first. So, this one, beautiful, beautiful sock yarn. This one is called Sunshine on a Cloudy Day, Thy Name is Helen. And I think a lot of you are aware that a lot of us doing the virtual Yorkshire Yarn Fest today are doing a charity colourway. This is my version, and this is called Thy Name is Helen because Helen is a nurse in Harrogate Hospital, and she appeared like a ray of sunshine when I was at my lowest with my chronic condition. And this is why it's blue with a hint of yellow, because Helen wears a blue uniform, and it's just, that's what it needed to be. And I'm donating all the profits from the batch of this yarn to Harrogate Hospital. So that's that one. These are all the same beige. They're all blue-faced Leicester, sheep wool and nylon. Blue-faced Leicester is great for sock yarn. I can show you a different one as an example. It's smooth, it's super soft, but it's really durable for socks. This one is called Clown College. That's been quite popular. And then we have, oh yes, and then we have this one, which is called Surprise Rainbows. It's beautiful. And I did steal a skein for myself, which I can show you. I'm not that far with knitting it, but this is what it looks like knitted up. And the reason why I named it Surprise Rainbow is because when I was knitting this up, I actually had a little speckled rainbow appear. That's that one. And it's super soft and really, really great for socks, but it's also great for tops and shawls and jumpers and cardigans and everything. And then I've got mini skeins on the website that go with most of these. This is a really pretty one. This is Greta the Gremlin, Greta Gremlin. Zuzu, it's a pink one. Lapland, personally, one of my faves as well. It's got really nice purple speckles. And then I've got some mini skeins that kind of go with that, or contrast, depending on what you want to do. There. And in case you're wondering how this stuff looks knitted up, I showed you that one example, but there's a general rule of thumb. You look at how long the colour is on a thread. I did this last time as well, and a few people sent me messages saying that was really helpful. You look at how long a bit of colour is on the thread, and then think, how many stitches is that going to be? So this is going to be 3 or 4 stitches. So you'll have 3 or 4 stitches of speckles, and then you'll have 4 or 5 or 6 blue ones. So that's kind of how you work out how something will look. And this one, this is a new one. It's Fairy Ribbons. And don't ask me why I called it Fairy Ribbons. It just sort of came into my head, usually when I'm drinking gin. So that's what Fairy Ribbons looks like. So these are all the sock yarn. There is some more sock yarn than what you see here on the website. I just didn't have room to put it all out. And speaking of Fairy Ribbons, we'll move over to the baby alpaca silk and cashmere blends. I've got loads of this. This is all 4-ply. I've got some double knit as well. I've got more colorways than you see here on the website. I just kind of picked and chose for today. And I've got the Fairy Ribbons on baby alpaca as well. And you can see the difference. It's more muted, it's more pastel, because the alpaca takes the colours differently, but it's really pretty. And then one thing to talk about today, the eagle-eyed will have spotted this. This is Uma, U-M-A, as in Uma Thurman, Kill Bill. And I've got quite a few skeins on the website if you want to make this. This is my version of the Flax Light by Tin Can Knits, and I altered it to make it cropped and to give myself short sleeves, and I love this. And this yarn is really, really good to make tops with, actually, because it's, see if you can, it's really light and really airy. It has a really nice drape. Normally at shows I'd be going, touch me, stroke me. Can't do that right now, so I'll stroke myself for you. But yeah, it's great for thin, summery tops. A lot of you also liked last time that I kind of showed you which ones would go together. So this is Mrs. Patmore and Tiffany Aching Witch. They look fab together. Oh, and this one is also really nice.
So one question.
Yes.
How many skeins would you need for that top?
For this top, I think I used 2.5 skeins, and I'm a size 12 to 14. Yeah, roughly about that. But have a look what it says in the pattern. These skeins are all 400 meters on 100 grams, and the pattern will tell you how many meters you need per size. Tinker Knits is really good like that in her descriptions. Hope that helps. And then we've got this one, it's called Glow, which is just really, really pretty. And Glow you could pair with that. You could pair it with the brown, pair it with the grey. And if you look, the way, depending on what you pair it with, the variegated skein just changes temperature, changes the way it looks. It's lovely. Personally, I quite like that. That one's Glow. This one is Ibis, and that one's November Mornings, which I'm also wearing on my head. And also, don't worry, these skeins are mine for a project. They're not going back in the shop. I've got these. What else have we got that's new? Ah, yes. So this one, people went a bit nuts over, even while it was still in the dye pan. This one is called Coven, as in like a witch's coven. I don't know if you say coven or coven, but you know what I mean. So this one, if you want to do a close-up, is green and speckly and purple and really rather wonderful. And that will also go with spun gold. It'll go with feathers really nicely. This one's called Feathers. Go with Mrs. Patmore. So you can see that I've got a colour palette. So a lot of skeins will go with each other generally. This one's Aurora. That's really nice as well. So I don't know if you can film a bit down here. This one is a new one as well called Treasures. That's really pretty. That goes with feathers as well. This one is Unicorn Addict. This one is also a charity colourway. I'm donating money from these skeins to Stonewall UK, which is an LGBTQ+ charity, I believe. So those are the 4-ply alpaca ones. Is there any questions or anything?
Just ask for your website and
Yes.
ask around what bases these are.
Okay, so these bases are Baby Alpaca, Silk and Cashmere, and my website is northshireyarns.co.uk. The sock yarn that we saw before was Blueface Leicester Wool and Nylon, which is a good sock base. Show you this as well quickly, just eyeing at the time, but we're good. This is the Find Your Fade by Andrea Maury that I made years ago. Most of these colourways I don't have anymore. This shawl is more just to show you how lovely it is and the drape, and it's so soft. People tend to cuddle it a lot at shows. So it's just, this yarn is wonderful for tops, for shawls, for beanies, anything.
There's a request to see the top that's in the on the.
Yes, I'm getting this one or that one.
That one, I think.
That
the green
one.
one.
I'm getting to that. It's actually my next my next thing. So this one is the Trescal sweater by Anna Dervaux, which I've made a few of now. And it says, it explains in the pattern as well, it's a skein of 4-ply and a skein of mohair lace, which then kind of knits up like a double knit, which is quite good because it's super quick to knit. So that's that.
Another question.
Yes.
Have you dyed a special colourway for this event?
Yes, I have. I will go over that again at the end. I did show it earlier, but I'll show it you in a minute. So yeah, this is what the mohair looks like knitted up, and it's super cuddly. It's not itchy or scratchy at all because the mohair is blended with silk, so it's really, really nice. And I'll show you the mohair I've got. Ooh. And that back up and look at the time, but we're still good. So I have a limited range of mohair, but they kind of all go together. So you could just use all of these together. This one is a new one, which is called Keep Going, which I felt quite apt for the moment. I dyed this a week ago, I think, and it was just sunny outside and I just needed some happy rainbows. So there's these ones, and then you could...
So
yeah.
Can you tell us again who made your jumper, please? My signal dropped off.
Yeah, the jumper...